Of all of the many products made here in the state of Maine, very few of them sound as nice as the one we are featuring tonight, especially when put in the right hands. Tonight, we are heading to South Berwick to meet Claire Curtis and her Made in Maine violins. As much as Claire Curtis loves to make music, given the choice, she much prefers the role of music maker.
And I wish I played better than I do. But the time that I would be spending practicing, I'm spending making instead. Now, this is way too thick.
Actually, I like that.
After years of study, Claire began making her signature violins little more than a decade ago, handcrafting each out of what seems to be nothing more than some discarded pieces of wood.
You can spend $500 or $600 just for what looks like a couple of sticks of firewood.
It's these sticks, however, tone sticks,
Now, you hear that?
which Claire says ultimately makes the difference between a good-sounding violin and a great one.
It rings, but not too much. I want a clear sound. I'm going to flip it. It's 2, so it's actually thinner on this side.
It'll take roughly 11 weeks to perfect that sound and complete the violin, meticulously scraping, measuring, and calibrating each component before they're eventually married together. What's the difference in just a mere millimeter in the sound of your violin?
Oh, incredible. In fact, 1/10 of a millimeter is going to make a huge sound difference.
But Claire is the first to admit not every one of her violins makes the grade, and she is her toughest critic. Even the slightest imperfection means the difference between a $2,000 violin and one that she sells for $10,000.
And so if I put in a label that says Claire Curtis, I made this.
There it is, right there.
I want to be proud of any violin that I put my name on.
Today, Claire Curtis is proud to tout that many musicians are in fact performing with her Made in Maine violins. But the idea that years from now those same instruments could still be making music, well, nothing, she says, could sound sweeter.
It's almost a form of immortality. With any luck, my instruments will still be bringing people music, bringing them joy well after I'm gone. And that's just amazing.